What's going on, YouTubers? It's the Natural Born Driller, and welcome everyone to WWE NXT review, the show from May 8th, 2019. They're at Full Sail University in Winter Park, Florida. Your commentators were Mauro Bernaro, Nigel McGuinness, and Percy Watson. Representative Percy Watson, folks. I'm pretty sure you heard about this, but Percy Watson is no longer with the WWE, where it pertains to being a commentator for NXT, and also he's doing something else. I don't remember what other things he's doing something you know where it pertains to outside WWE, but that's what he's gonna be focusing on from now on. So I don't know when he's gonna is that he's gonna be off of NXT, but I know one thing: he's not gonna be a part of the NXT Takeover 25, which is gonna be in Hartford, Connecticut. I'm assuming it's in Hartford, Connecticut. That's gonna happen. They had that takeover show, which is it's the 25th takeover show that they ever do, and it's a huge deal too. So unfortunately, no Percy Watson will be a part of that one because Percy Watson is gone from WWE right now. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. When you got an opportunity outside of WWE, then you gotta take it. Especially you could do better without WWE. Without WWE, you can do better. You can do better. But besides that, and let me get this out of the way too. Where it pertains to the show itself. Something was missing on the show, and I couldn't put my finger on it. But even though I already knew about the whole thing or what's going on with this one person, but I feel like that was the one thing I was missing on the show, and the one thing I'm talking about here is the whole situation with Dominic Dijakovic, because Dominic Dijakovic had surgery on his knee. I don't remember which knee it was that he had surgery on, but when I heard about the news that I believe it was last week, I heard about the news that he went to have knee surgery. I'm like, wow, really? And he was just getting a push too. He was right in the middle of the push of facing, getting ready to face the Velveteen Dream, because he was supposed to be the next contender for the North American Championship against the Velveteen Dream. And then after hearing about this news, I'm like, damn it, really? That sucked, man. That it's really unfortunate too. Because again, Dominic Dijakovic, they found something good on the push him and all that, and it was very interesting how it was going about of it. And then this happens. This freak accident unfortunately happened with him. I don't remember if how it happened. I'm pretty sure it happened during a house show that he was in. But man, it sucks, man. It really is. But I don't know how serious it is. I don't know if how long he's gonna be out. But it's a damn shame. Dominic Dijakovic, man. It just sucks. I don't know what to say at this point. And that's why I feel like what was missing on the show, because if Dominic Dijakovic wasn't hurt, I guarantee you they would have played out some kind of build up story between Dominic Dijakovic and the Velveteen Dream. So there's nothing else to say about that. So I just want to get that out of the way before I move on to the next to actually move on to the review. But if he is gone for I don't know how long, but hopefully it wasn't too serious, and if it's not too serious, I hope he comes back stronger than ever. So August doing now is send my best wishes to Dominic Dijakovic, and hope he comes back very soon. So with that out of the way, let's get to the show itself. So the show opened up with a match between Mia Yim versus Bianca Belair, and I thought this match was going to be good, and sure enough, I wasn't disappointed. Basically, it was a back and forth from the get go, and it was like, oh, okay, I see you, and they're talking like all guilt at each other and everything, but in a good way. And then Bianca Belair basically did something to her to call off guard, and then Mia Yim fired back at her, and it's like, and they start talking all gay at each other and all that. Like, okay, this is interesting here. I was enjoying this. So yeah, more back and forth between Bianca Belair and Mia Yim, but most likely Bianca Belair was basically kicking Mia Yim's ass in this match. You know, having a better offense, having a better defense, having the better dominant in the match, and yeah, Bianca Belair was and then Mia Yim ends up making a comeback and all that. Um, and he was like, "Are you serious? Talking about Gil each other and all that." Uh, so the finish of the match was that Bianca Belair countered something on Mia Yim. She was had her hands on the ropes and all that. Referee catches it and like you can't do that and everything. And then we do more couple counters between Bianca Belair and Mia Yim, and then finally Bianca Belair pins her again, but this time her hair, the braided hair of hers, hold on to the mirror rope for leverage, and referee doesn't see it, and Bianca Belair gets the 3 count in the win, and Mia Yim was pissed, like real, you're ref, you didn't see that and all that and everything, and Bianca Belair stole the victory here. And there you go. Nothing else to say about that. We see security cams capturing the Viking Raiders. Yeah, now they call them by Viking Raiders and also call them by Eric and Ivar. But basically, we see security cameras of the Viking Raiders attempting to leave the building. Also, we see a vehicle pulling over or right in front of them, and it was Jackson Riker, and also in the rest of the of the Forgotten Sons, which is Wesley Blake and Steve Cutler, they attacked on the War Raiders from behind. Basically, it was a mugging, a beatdown on the War Raiders, or the Viking Raiders, basically. And they basically, it was like a hit and run, and they left them laying there beating up and all that, and there you go. And it was announced that the Viking Raiders are going to make a live address of that whole situation, what happened to them, which is going to be this coming week on once I get to that episode. And all I thought to myself is that, well, there's your next tag team champions. Immediately, I just thought to myself, there's your next tag team champions, because I doubt that the Viking Raiders are going to still be NXT tag team champions after this, because now they're part of the main roster on Raw, so they need to drop the belts, and I think it's gonna happen around Takeover 25, and I believe that I really believe that the Forgotten Sons are gonna be the next top contenders. Basically it's obviously gonna be Steve Cutler and Wesley Blake in the match, because they got Jackson Riker. They're gonna have some better things for him, where it pertains to either the North American Championship, or maybe for the NXT Championship, somewhere down the line in the future. But we'll see. The show happened early on that day, with a sparring section with Shannon Baszler, with with her being the referee, what pertains to Maria Shafir and Jessica Menduke. Also, we see Io Shirai running to the ring that that the 3 of the Horsemen were in, and Io Shirai beats up on Shannon Baszler, and then also the sparring stops, and we get some other people involved to break it up, a pull apart basically, and that was it. Basically building more tensions between Io Shirai and the 3 of the 4 horsewomen basically. We get to Raul Mendoza versus the returning of Riddick Moss. Rick Moss cut his hair. He still got the hair. Basically his hair is too, it must be long, but he cut it short, like up to here, almost like up to here. Basically like up to here. And he's got a new look. And he's been gone from an injury that he had, and he's come back, and he's got a new character basically, and basically his thing is that he's a fitness expert, and his gimmick and his character gimmick basically is that it's all about the Riddick Regiment. Basically, it's supposed to be a new product brand, whatever, what pertains to stay fit and everything. It reminds me of Simon Dean. Remember Simon Dean, played by Highwood Nova. from basically BWO, the Blue World Order, Hollywood Nova, and then when he came to WWE, he became Simon Dean, and he had this thing called the Simon System. And now we got basically that's what I got from this one is some old Simon Dean vibe of the Simon System. But with Rick Moss, it's the Riddick Regiment. He got a bottle of water. A bottle with that says Riddick Regiment, and wherever is in the water, wherever's in the bottle basically, uh, and something that he had on the at one point Percy Watson said, is that a hair blow? No, it was either Mauro Ronaldo said it was a hair jar or something, a hair blower or whatever. I don't remember how they said it, but and then something else too I forgot. But Mauro Ronaldo was on commentary saying that when he had when he had that injury, and then he went to get the surgery, and then he went against doctor's orders to not work out or whatever, something like that, or do something to heal faster, and that's what Rick Moss did. But he used the Riddick Regiment to do so. So that's supposed to be his thing. He's been back since I try to remember the reports of it. I think he's been back since January. Either that, but they have but they were trying to develop his new character, since there's no more of Tino Sabatelli and Rick Moss tag team. With that, where the whole money comes. That's the thing. That was the theme music, by the way. Which I thought was pretty good too, by the way. And by the way, I'm waiting for the return of Tino Sabatelli too, by the way. We already got the return of Rick Moss, but we haven't got the return of Tino Sabatelli yet. But anyways, yeah, that's what Rick Moss is doing right now. He's doing the whole Simon Dean, the whole Simon System gimmick, except it's Rick Moss Riddick Regiment gimmick basically. But the difference is, what pertains to Rick Moss and Simon Dean, is that Rick Moss looks actually built. I'm just saying. But anyways, so the match itself, I thought it was pretty decent, and shockingly, Raul Mendoza wins the match. He wins with a springboard corkscrew splash onto Rick Moss and gets the win. And like, oh wow, Raul Mendoza wins his first of what I've seen on NXT television, his first match that he's ever won. Good. But what that tells you about pertains to Rick Moss's character after they repackaged him. I don't know, it's weird, but I thought the match itself was decent too, though. It was pretty decent. It wasn't a bad match, but yeah. But I was looking at this match and saying to myself, okay, when is Rick Moss going to win this match and everything? And sure enough, we get to the end of the match, and I was swerved in the end. Rick Moss loses instead of winning, and Raul Mendoza wins instead. Good. Then they made an announcement that Kushida's gonna. Oh yeah. Basically, yeah, he's gonna be wrestling again this week on NXT. He didn't wrestle last week, but Kushida, they show a review package of Kushida defeating Cassius Ohno in his debut match, and I still thought it was a good match there. And yeah, and again he's gonna wrestle again this week. Last week he didn't, but this week he will. So, and finally the main event: Matt Riddle versus Adam Cole, baby. Match itself was a damn good match between Matt Riddle, and Adam Cole. So yeah, these two guys were going at each other and all that, back and forth. Adam Cole one point told Matt Riddle is that you're a joke and everything, and blah blah blah, you don't belong here and all that. You're pathetic. Just fired up Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle starts firing back and all that. They both started going back and forth on each other and all that. Adam Cole one point was out of the ring by the crazy striking offense of Matt Riddle, and then all of a sudden we get Roger Strong coming out there to help out Adam Cole to get back in the ring, and then Matt Riddle comes out on the apron, goes for a soccer kick, but hits Roddy instead. All of a sudden, Adam Cole was right back in the ring. Then Matt Riddle goes to flip into the ring, and that's on his feet, and Adam Cole out of nowhere with a nasty super kick. Roger Strong tells the referee, "Get in the ring, get in the ring." So Adam Cole pins Matt Riddle, but Matt Riddle kicks out of it. Basically, get a lot back. And before Roger Strong came out, I should mention too, there's a lot of kicking out of these signature moves from Adam Cole and from Matt Riddle, which it made pretty damn good. May look like a Ring of Honor / New Japan type of match. And then in the end, Adam Cole goes for another super. Can't remember how he did it. So basically, he tried to do something, but Matt Riddle counters into the Bro Mission, and from there, Adam Cole taps out. Roger Strong gets in the ring, and also Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish came down as well, but Matt Riddle gets out of there, and also let me get Undisputed Era in the ring. Adam Cole is being helped by Roger Strong, but Adam Cole says get away from me and that to Roger Strong, and basically blames Roger Strong for coming out there and costing him the match. And I see myself, how did he cost you the match? If you see the match yourself, folks, you think to yourself, no, Adam Cole, it's not like Roger Strong distracted the referee or anything, or he tried to get in the ring or that. No, Adam Cole just didn't get the job done. Adam Cole, basically was blaming Roger Strong for his loss against Matt Riddle, and they basically had a shouting argument between each other. Kyle O'Reilly is pulling back Adam Cole. Bobby Fish is pulling back Roger Strong. Basically, more dissensions, more tensions between Undisputed Era, which I don't like. I don't like, by the way. I don't understand what was the purpose of this. I don't want them to break them up. Undisputed Era is the best thing they got for NXT so far, and the last thing you want to see is to see this faction breaking up. Unless it's the idea to have Roger Strong break away from Undisputed Era, for Undisputed Era to kick him out, and Roger Strong will be on his own, and Undisputed Era I think get called up early to the main roster, or whatever. Unless they go with that idea, then fine. Get Roger Strong out of there then. Have Roger Strong break away from Undisputed Era, but not don't break up the faction. I don't want to see that. But either way, who cares? If they do go to the main roster and who cares at the end of the day, basically. One second, folks. Okay, sorry about that. But yeah, but Adam Cole at one point said, as Bobby Fish was taking Roger Strong back, and then Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly came up on the stage and all that, and then Adam Cole was saying, I won that Fatal Four-Way match. And I did it while Roger Strong being at ringside and everything. It's like, but when he comes out there, all of a sudden he starts losing. Basically, blaming him of not getting the job done from Takeover. I don't remember what. I'm already forgetting the place that WrestleMania was at. Oh yeah, from Takeover New York, Brooklyn, New York. But WrestleMania was in New Jersey though, or should I say the shadow of New York? Whatever. Basically blaming Roger Strong for not winning against Gargano from Takeover New York, and blaming Roger Strong for not winning against Matt Riddle from last week. So basically, it's Roger Strong. He's to blame. It's his fault that Adam Cole is not getting the best of luck of winning championships or winning big matches. It's Roger Strong's fault, not Adam Cole's fault. So that's the story that they want to do. But there you go. That was NXT from May 8th, 2019. Talking about wrestling from WWE NXT. I believe it was 3 matches. Yes, 3 matches. And my overall rating for the show, I'm going to go 8 out of 10. I thought it was a good show. So that being said, I'm done. Thank you all for watching. This was your WWE NXT review for It's a Natural Born Thriller. Saying peace on the streets.